Former President Donald Trump continues to disparage the civil fraud trial against him. That trial happening here in New York City. He sat in court yesterday hearing testimony from a former company accountant. Fox 5's Briella Tomassetti joins us from outside New York Supreme Court in Lower Manhattan with those details. Good morning, Briella.
Yeah, Dan, and as a reminder here, Donald Trump is not required to personally attend his civil fraud trial, but he did so for 3 consecutive days when it began earlier this month, and he's back in the courtroom this week. The former president says he wants to fight for his name and for his reputation.
This is a witch hunt by a radical lunatic.
Donald Trump, speaking outside the courtroom during week 3 of his civil fraud trial, did not shy away from slamming Attorney General Letitia James, even after a federal judge overseeing a different case imposed a gag order on him. The former president accuses James of pursuing a political vendetta aimed at his 2024 presidential campaign.
And I should be in Iowa now, I should be in New Hampshire now, I should be in South Carolina now, or someplace else campaigning.
James's lawsuit, which threatens Trump's New York real estate empire, alleges that the former president overvalued his assets and exaggerated his net worth on financial statements to banks and insurance companies. Trump insists his assets were actually undervalued.
He can engage in distractions, but at the end of the day, Mr. Trump, unfortunately, his entire empire was built on nothing but lies.
First company accountant Donna Kidder took the stand, testifying that Alan Weisselberg, Trump's longtime CFO, told her to tweak financial spreadsheets to make his assets look more profitable. Weisselberg testified last week. Then came a testimony from outside appraiser Doug Larson, who said he didn't assist company executives in valuing several buildings owned by Trump, even though paperwork cited him as a source. We didn't hear, though, from Trump's longtime fixer Michael Cohen, now turned foe, who postponed his testimony due to a medical issue. Trump believes there's another reason behind why the star witness didn't show.
I'll tell you what, Cohen didn't have the guts.
Judge Arthur Engeron, who is presiding over this case, says that he expects Cohen's testimony to be delayed by at least a week. The earliest Cohen would appear in court, that means, would be next Monday. In the meantime, Trump is also expected to testify, but it's unclear when at this point. Now we're live in Lower Manhattan. Dan and Tashani, back to you.
All right, Briella, we'll see. Thank you.